Hello everyone, welcome to your lecture on policies and privacy settings. This lecture is part of your paper on youth, media and society. This lecture will introduce you to the rising concerns of privacy among the new media users and the necessity of improving privacy policies. Today, the new media has achieved a permanent place among the lives of the youth. From its initiation into the lives of the common people till today, the new media has undergone transformation in respect to its purpose and importance in the life of the layman. The way internet has intermingled with our daily life at present was somewhat unthinkable 20 years ago, in spite of the presence of the internet. The year 2000 saw the explosion of the internet with the rise of dot-com companies and its widespread importance in the everyday life of the people. 2000 will also remain one of the significant years in the history of internet since it saw the accession of Google as the largest search engine. There was no looking back after this. The accession of the internet was so great that everyday life is now dependent upon it. In the contemporary world, the youth consider the new media to be the most popular and convenient form of mass communication. Added to this, the popularity of the social media has contributed to the growth of new media among the youth. Though social media gained prominence only a few years back, it began its journey in as early as the year 1997 with a social networking website called 6degrees.com, which allowed its users to get connected to family and friends through the virtual space. However, it was short lived and its journey came to an end in the year 2001. However, 6degrees.com paved the path for all the contemporary social media and networking sites. The youth's participation in the new media related activities since then has witnessed a steady upsurge. Today, the youth depends upon the new media for every other activity. Thus, from playing games to watching movies to completing homework to shopping for essentials, every activity is performed with the help of the new media. This enhancement of virtual activities has led to the emergence of privacy concerns because most of the online activities require sharing of personal information like name, age, sex, residential address, and or even bank details. Thus, more and more sharing of personal information might result in it being misused for certain purposes. From here stems the problem of privacy issues. However, many websites have already looked into the matter and have redesigned their policy keeping in mind the privacy concerns of their users. Privacy and new media. The new media has made the world shrink into a much smaller unit. It has changed the structure of conducting business and communication by means of fostering global connectivity. Today, the internet has become the virtual juncture where the world interacts. Thus, the factors of effortless communication and increased efficiency in conducting business have attracted the youth throughout the world to the domain of the new media. However, the enhanced participation and interactivity of the youth in the new media have reformed the concepts of private and personal. Today, With the help of the internet, more and more information about users is being stored, reviewed, and disseminated, mostly without the knowledge of the particular user. This has led to privacy concerns among the youth, whose activities in the internet are ever increasing. Privacy refers to the condition of being free from public invasion and intrusion into personal matters. With the passing of centuries and innovation in the field of technology, the concept of privacy has also undergone transformation. With the encroachment of internet into our almost everyday life, there is an increasing ambiguity regarding the concepts of private and personal. Today, every other activity in the cyberspace leaves a trail of personal information on the internet. This personal information is recorded for further use, scrutinized, and ramified. Activities in the cyberspace generates personal information about users like age, gender orientation, phone number, residential address, and even bank details. Moreover, with the exceeding usage of smartphones, the mobile service providers can track the location of its users within its coverage area. Thus, with piles of information getting stored every other day in the cyberspace, it is an important question to ask as to who is watching over or collecting the information. Today, most of the official work, any official work related to the government is done with the help of internet and cyberspace. Also, offices maintain the data of its workers with the help of the internet. The businesses are increasingly becoming internet oriented as the world is moving towards e-commerce and cyberspace. Thus, such businesses and websites also get scrutinized for collecting personal information by third party business organizations to connect to a wider population and sell their content to them. Moreover, all the retailers are looking forward to the internet to expand their business at the lowest possible cost, primarily targeting the youth, its early adopters. The youth, on being given the facility of getting their hands onto their favorite products at a single click, are driven by such online shopping sites. Some of them being Myntra, Amazon, Jabong, etc. These websites are often require the personal information of the user to complete their shopping procedures. Privacy concerns and social media is another important factor affecting the ambiguity between private and public. Every social media user keeps a trail of his or her personal information in the cyberspace. The youth today considers the social media as the ultimate space for indulging in a range of activities, from global interaction to showcasing individual talent to political participation. This results in exchange of scores of personal information, which can be further utilized by third party websites to amplify their business and purpose. Data mining. The 21st century has witnessed the accumulation of data emerging from explosion of internet in our daily life. The proliferation of databases in cyberspace has resulted in data mining. Data mining is the procedure by which the pre-existing data or information is analyzed for generating new data or information. Today, the database managing systems are so efficient that it can identify particular information amongst the numerous data that have been stored. Since we are living in the information age with generous contributions from new media technologies like computers, smartphones, etc., large amount of information gets accumulated on the internet every other day. However, such information accumulation adversely impacts the users since their personal information is collected and primarily without even their knowledge. We will now discuss the various ways of collecting information. Business transactions. The expansion of business with the help of the new media has the structures for collection of huge amounts of data in megabytes or terabytes. The activities of such business platforms accumulate large scale of data about the users. This information is further disseminated to third party as a result of increased competition amongst business organizations. The medical and personal data. The information age has led to the digitization, government works, and even hospital management systems. More and more government activities are being digitized every other day to handle the large population and extend services as much as and as interior as possible. Even hospitals are utilizing the digital space to acquire information about their patients to improve their human resource. This results in generation of huge amounts of data. Digitization of media. The initiation of the new media has led to convergence of all other media like print media and audiovisual media. Thus, today, with the help of the internet, one can watch television series, read newspapers and magazines in any language, and listen to live radio shows. However, most of the times the user needs to register him or her on such websites by feeding in personal information. Since the convergence of media increases time efficiency, the youth gets indulged in such websites. Such huge amounts of data are collected by means of convergence of media. Social networking sites. The social networking sites allow users to interact with each other freely, mostly without any other constraints. It also engenders global interactivity by shrinking geographical and political boundaries. However, the enhanced activities in the social networking sites also lead to accumulation of large amounts of data. All these procedures of collecting data lead to the privacy concerns since there's always an impending danger of the information getting misused. Though the young users of the new media might be pro at handling the complicated online applications, yet their immaturity often masks the complications of mishandling of personal information that is collected every minute through online transactions. Though many websites have improved their privacy policies to secure the information of its users, there is still an ambiguity linking around in such policies since it sometimes becomes difficult to decipher the meaning lying around in such policies, fabricated with technical terminologies. Regulating policies. The information age has led to the transformation and regulation of policies regarding the digital space. The accumulation examination and dissemination of huge amounts of data about the user, often without his or her permission, is a matter of concern. Thus, most of the websites are considering reviewing their privacy policies to provide maximum security to their concerned users. In India, many websites comply with the Information Technology Act of the year 2000, which provides cyber security to the Indian citizens. However, many websites are still working to improve their privacy policies in order to provide maximum security to their users, because violation of privacy might end up in prolonged lawsuits against the companies. Today, most popular social networking site, Facebook, is constantly regulating its policies to provide maximum security to its users. Recently, it upgraded its policy settings in such a way that its users can have the control on who can download and share their profile pictures. This is an important step towards providing privacy to the users, as otherwise there are chances of the picture getting misused for mischievous purposes or other malicious purposes. The social media website YouTube, on the other hand, promotes self regulation and depends on its users to protect their privacies, which is not a very effective method. There is no guarantee of protection of privacy, and the decision ultimately remains with the website authority. An instant messaging site like WhatsApp is also working to improve its privacy policies to secure the personal data of the users on the application. However, there is still privacy concerns regarding among the users of the new media, since the regulation of policies are at a developing stage and there are still miles to go before proper privacy policies are implemented. The 21st century is a witness to the rise of global information technology, which has led to the transformation of patterns of communication. Today, at a single click, a user sitting at one end of the world can get connected with another user at the other end of the world. This kind of penetration of the internet onto our daily personal lives results in generation of privacy issues among its users, primarily the youth. Presently, there has been digitization in almost every field, beginning from business and commerce and ranging over to politics and our daily lives. The business organizations are utilizing the cyberspace to expand their business, while the political organizations are utilizing the space to increase their popularity, since a wider audience can be reached through a single platform in the cyberspace. Additionally, more and more government works are being done through the internet to reduce manual workload. Thus, the registration for passports, identification cards like Aadhaar, and even complaints against any issue can now be performed with the help of the internet. This kind of proliferation of activities in the cyberspace has led to the creation of huge databases. Hence, there is an overflow of information which has its own perils. The personal data and the information that is provided by the users can often be misused for larger benefits, often without the knowledge of its users. Various websites, both governmental and private, are hence considering the improvement of their privacy policies to provide maximum security to their users. However, in India, there is still no particular specific law regarding the user's personal data and privacy. Thus, improvements still need to be incorporated to make the new media a safer place for global connectivity and for business. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. For more details, please read the e-text of this lecture properly and attempt the questions in the end. Thank you.